We just spoke with former U.S. Vice President Mike Pence. He said that the Fed's steps were painful and result of failed policies, that we need to drive down the corporate tax rate, and that the last thing we should do is raise taxes. For more on this, we're joined by Kai Komanduri, who is the political strategist, and Lonnie Chen, who is the fellow in American Public Policy Studies at the Hoover Institution. Thank you both for joining us here this morning. Lonnie, I would love to start with you, just get your broader take on what you heard and whether or not we should actually expect for any type of congressional action that would change over the Federal Reserve and reform the dual mandate.
I think it's unlikely. Obviously Congress has a difficult time even walking in a straight line right now, given the challenges around keeping the government open, around some of the more basic issues that we face. We're going to have a bunch of end of year issues. And then looking beyond that, once you get into an election year, 2024, the likelihood that Congress even does anything is remote to none, just given the political dynamics of next year. So I'm skeptical. Perhaps in the longer run, there will be efforts to conduct appropriate oversight. There will be efforts to examine whether the dual mandate is something that needs to be terminated. But I don't see any imminent congressional action or even any congressional action in the midterm, just given the challenges that Congress faces and all of the different things that has to get done and the political polarization that we see around not just this issue, but a whole set of other issues as well.
Chai, I heard Mike Pence trying to differentiate himself from his former boss, President Trump there. I don't think we even asked a question about Donald Trump, but he brought it up himself several times. One example he gave was Trump's plan for a 10% tax on all imports. He said that's a terrible idea. Do you think Mike Pence has sufficiently differentiated himself from Donald Trump?
I think he has, but I think the unfortunate thing for Mike Pence is he is jettisoning the most popular elements of Donald Trump's agenda, his economic populism, and elevating the least popular elements of Donald Trump's agenda, the tax cuts for corporations and for the rich. Paul Krugman probably summed up Mike Pence's philosophy, I think, best by describing it as zombie Reaganism. And I think Mike Pence at this point is sort of a zombie candidate waging a zombie campaign. There is virtually no path forward for him. And it's really odd to me that he has chosen to fight Donald Trump on the things that people like the most about him among the Republican base, and not necessarily the things that people like the least about him.